Welcome to Spatial Conversations. I'm Alex Bratton, the LexTech Chief Geek, and with me today I have Tony from Stratix. Welcome, Tony.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate you having me.
And so we've talked about the spatial side of things, and let's kind of maybe broaden a little bit to the industry and some of the confusion that some folks have around. Hey, hasn't this already existed for 10 years? We've had VR, and I know one of those wow moments really for some folks is just to understand the difference between spatial computing and VR. And if you kind of had to summarize the difference between Apple's approach and what has come before, how would you do that?
I'll try my best, but I'll be the first to tell you that I am not an expert. I haven't really used VR, and if I have, it's been so minimal and unremarkable that frankly, it's out of sight, out of mind. So a lot of what I've learned were through others, where I'd give them a demo with the Apple Vision Pro, and they'd say, "Oh, I've used that before. I've done that before." And I say, "Well, have you used the Vision Pro?" And they say, "Well, no, but it's all the same, right?"
Yeah.
They try it, and that's the unlock for them. But the environment, the spatial aspect of it, the clarity, the attention to detail that you're just used to with Apple, those are the things that I realize, like, okay, I can tell without trying all the other ones, the attention to detail in the user interface and how seamless it is.
Yeah.
That to me was really what I was like, okay, I really get this and I get where it's going. And it's you could spend a very long time in a spatial workday, if you will, where I've done that and I said, you know what, I'm going to try this for hours on end, and it worked really well, like to where my workflow, I didn't have to orchestrate it too much differently. I use my Mac or whatever I'm bringing up, all that software is available for me. So it's just learning where I sometimes will look down to type. I don't really have to. And I realize, you know what, I can type. Just certain things like that, you very quickly realize, like, you're doing day in and day out, and the muscle memory, motor skills, like, they just kind of take away, and all of a sudden you've been working in spatial for some time. It's pretty exciting.
Oh, that's cool. And especially with the updates that I think may have officially released to everybody, not developers, today, with some of the new OSs of being able to even take the Mac and go supersize with the monitor. Have you had a chance to play with that yet?
Not yet, but
you'll have to jump on it. It's life-changing. Being able to have that extra wide screen virtually is awesome.
Sure. Yeah, and these are the things, like, I push myself to really spend that time and do that, because you can get set in your ways, your workflow. But when you say, hey, there's a new feature and I'm just going to do this for a day or two and see how it works out, that's usually with Apple. I forced myself, like dark mode. I was like, I'm never going to like that. It was a while back, but you're just so used to how you work that it really does take a little bit of intention and encouragement from people like yourself that use it often, and then you find yourself wanting to do it more, and it's all of its benefits are started to realize.